I'm not even going to say hello. Let Rob carry on.
Is Rob pouring a pint about the barman noticing?
That's not what it's going on.
Fucking hell,
Amsterdam's come back on him.
Just nearly died. This is the 4th episode in a row that we have recorded tonight. Can we still provide entertainment? Is the answer. Apparently, we can. Now, I'm Rob Campbell.
I am your bastard, Craig Challoner.
And if the engine's off, shit's happening. Daniel Cornfield.
Damn right.
This is Shooting the Breeze. Let's start the timer. Let's go to work.
Welcome to episode 11. Fuck your 30 minutes. Fuck your 30 minutes. I'm jumping straight in. Episode 11, not 111 like it says there at the top of my notes. No, it's not 111. We haven't done that many. We have done 11. Let's delete that. Right, here we go.
Can't wait till we do that many, though.
Mate, it's Warstones, man. It fucking throws you. Right, we're going to fucking kick off with a bit of football because some pack of cunts ain't watched Dharma yet. You fucking arseholes. It's dead good. He murders people and eats them. Fucking watch it.
Have you watched it?
No.
Okay.
That's why you're
because of our busy. It is mainly because of our busy weekends, which we will get into.
Yes.
Yeah, you can get into your busy weekends. I'm just going to kick off with a quick shout out to everybody over at BCCW because this Friday I got to enjoy a fucking quality show. But I also have to put out there a little apology because I was not feeling myself from Tuesday. Wasn't feeling great. Rob even asked me straight up what the fucking crack was and if I was okay. No, I straight lied to your face. I had a bad week. I wasn't as loud as I normally was, and I didn't really give any chance that night. And I always have a go at people for not fucking putting their all in for all the guys in the ring. So my apologies to everybody there for not fucking being a loud cunt like I normally am. But it was fucking dead good. What a fucking show. If you're watching this and you don't go to the shows, you're a cunt. There you go.
That's going to be the new T-shirt for Black Country Championship Wrestling. Come on, you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Come in the car park. Oh, you're a cunt. He's a match alert. Well, I mean, firstly, thanks for enjoying this little thing that we're doing here. It's growing into hopefully a potential big thing in the next year or so. We're doing our best to keep it moving, keep it fresh, and keep people coming back and enjoying local independent wrestling within the West Midlands. And doing it the right way with the right people for the right people, not just turning up and taking £12.50 off the special people who want to sit at the front row, unfortunately, because that's a common thing that happens. It is called Shooting the Breeze. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. RC Bunkers entered the chat. RC Bunkers entered the chat.
Rob's shooting around by an open window with a breeze, so we literally are shooting the breeze.
I tell you what, I didn't know what to expect Friday night. My head has been all over the gaff, as you know, for the last couple of weeks, and Friday night was great to see everything come together, and start to finish, and not without hiccups, because every show is going to have a hiccup, every show is going to have a low point, but the way it started and the way it ended and the way people have left and gone away and talked about the show, the ticket sales already for the next show have been absolutely fantastic. Again, bringing in people like LJ Cleary back to BCCW, a debut from Joseph Connors. This is the direction that we want to head in a positive way. And if we can bring good people again, as I say, good people, that's a key thing, not people that are going to fucking beat us around the bush and bullshit us and pull out of shows for various different reasons and turn out to be a load of bollocks. We don't want to work with people like that. We want to work with good people. Simple as. we treat people with respect. We just want the same back, and hopefully we can do something special in the West Midlands again. Because after COVID, that's what this country deserves. Never mind the West Midlands. That's what this country deserves. Wrestling.
It was start to finish. It was fucking quality show. There was only a slight dip, I'll say, during the triple threat. But it wasn't because of our two regular boys. It was a good show. Fucking, I loved it, and obviously the people I always drag along with me fucking loved it too.
Yeah.
They're good night.
So checking in on that whole thing though that you've skated over from the beginning. How are you feeling now, you prick?
I like shit, but not as bad when I'm on this. I just keep ticking, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Take my pills and I keep on moving. It's just last Tuesday, I think it was last Tuesday, I started feeling a bit off, and every morning was just being a bit of a dick, been a bit of a struggle. Come Friday, I was like, oh yeah, this would be great. This will. I'll be sound for Friday, because I always am when it comes to wrestling shows. I just wasn't. Just wasn't feeling me. Sat down, I was talking with captain, and he was like, being a bit quiet tonight. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just giving everyone else a chance. I couldn't find it in myself. I kept trying to fucking be loud. Like, I was talking to CJ afterwards, and like, obviously I tried to give my all for fucking certain people, CJ Hunter, like Mark, fucking, well, all of them to be honest, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't bring it out myself, man. I was in my head quite a bit. So it was a long day. It didn't take away from how good the show was, but that's what it was. And like, you asked me, you straight up asked me, what's the matter? Are you okay? I was like, yeah, just straight lie to your face, because you had enough going on.
Aye. You know what? And that's the thing. I think a few people have been doing that with me recently. I think they don't want to burden me with any more, problems that they feel are problems. But I've got big, broad shoulders, man. And they're here. And that goes to you too. And it goes to other people that have done the same thing recently too. I can take it. I'm a big boy and I'll deal with it. And, I'll have my moments when I need my moments at the end of the day. And you've got to have that. You can't always put on a big brave face. And Friday was very stressful. Very stressful. And, that led to some decisions after that probably, shouldn't have been made. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. I had a great time. But there's certain things that I shouldn't have done. And that led to a harder day Saturday because of that. And it is what it is.
So yeah, my Friday was a bit different than most Fridays. Obviously, I was at the show. I wasn't performing. Well, no, sorry, Carson wasn't performing. So I took on a bit of a different role backstage. So I started producing promos with some of the guys and girls that we had on the show, just getting general direction, sort of just trying to give feedback on matches, where I felt there was positives, where I felt there was negatives. And I really enjoyed doing that, actually. I really got into it. And it gave me a buzz in a different way to performing, because I think when you perform, you've got that natural adrenaline from, fuck, I'm knackered, but fuck, I wouldn't trade it for the world, to this is for a bigger picture. This is bigger picture than just one person or two people or whatever. So that was fucking awesome. And then basically afterwards, just chilled out. We had went and had a drink. I'm not gonna lie. Probably had one or two more than I should have, hindsight. But I was around people I cared about, people who knew would keep me safe and make sure I'm not make stupid decisions. So for those people, I'm gonna say thank you for doing that. But I just wanted to celebrate because it was a fucking awesome show, top to bottom. So everyone was on the card.
Planet wasn't open, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do when Planet's not open?
Exactly.
The building behind it is having some it's bullshit. Just fucking open, will you? I've had enough now.
Yeah. Seriously, fuck whatever's wrong with your building. It's fucking. It's going to get demolished. Fuck it off. let it be back open. It's been too long. It has been too long. But yeah. So Saturday was a different story though.
Saturday was a very different story.
So just for a bit of context, friend of ours, Mr. Liam Perrin, and
the black belt, or aka Dongberg, aka the Morty to my Rick.
We were asked if we could put on a show for a children's birthday. And it was very simple. It was like a very camp sort of show, not like sort of I would do sort of camp, more like camp show. So it was two single matches and a tag match. Mr. RC Chaos was special ref. And that was just because it was just, I'm going to say, let your hair down and just.
It was constant ribbing, ribbing, constant banter. Like, so I'll give you some of the funniest moments from my point of view as the referee. Okay. So in the first match of the night, which was Uncle Liam Perry, because that's what he was announced as, right? Shawaddy.
Shawaddy.
Rumour has it that he had his own special room in the back with cookies ready for the kids. Yes. Rumour would have it. Versus this motherfucker, aka Carson Bailey, being the ultimate heel this time round, but absolutely loving life because it's a birthday party. Like it just the show got better from a banter point of view, like as we went on.
I think quality wise it was probably terrible.
Quality dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit, but it was dead good at the same time. Like there was bits that were good, don't get me wrong, but these two went out there to try and have a fucking WrestleMania match, like, and there's no point at a birthday party, like, just fucking get the kids to whack the fucking bad guy's willy on the ring post, slap his arse a bit, have a fucking, just have a laugh, like.
Yeah, try and pop people, just, get the kids involved. The fact that adults will get involved more because they'll have a couple of beers.
And they did.
And they did. Great. And just daft little things to do just to make people laugh. Just keep yourself entertained as well. And it was...
Well, we kept ourselves entertained, without a doubt. But from my point of view, the funniest moments were Liam not kicking out. I had to cover for him. Yeah. Followed by...
I'll hold my hand up now. There was also a moment when I didn't kick out.
Followed by Carson kicking out, and again, me covering up for him. Talk about the integrity of the referees. Counted to 3 twice and not rang the bell. Just called it a 2. Like the next funniest part of that match was Carson hitting an RKO and looking at me dead square in the eyes, and then after the kick out of 2, when how did he kick out? That was your move.
Dead good.
Literally, like that. I weren't even pretending to try and hold back my corpse in. I couldn't give a fuck. I was enjoying myself. So naturally, I was laughing loads. CJ Rawlings then took on Steve Keane. And basically, after 2 minutes of blowing him up, Steve Keane's American accent went to basically his Dudley accent. And Charlie went, I knew I'd blow you up. And you'd be like, from Dudley. Like just there and then, like, it was just great.
Dudley at him. He was like, I'm not from Dudley. I'm not from.
So then the 2 bad guys became the Dudley boys, but legally distinct. And Carson had his crowbar and was literally playing it like an air guitar. It was absolutely fantastic. So this tag match was happening. So it was Carson Bailey and Stephen Keane versus Uncle Liam Perrin and CJ Rawlings, right? Carson shouts across the ring, "We know who the Genetti is here," to Liam. Liam then tries to do a wrestling move. He does this roll up, like a fancy roll up. But in doing so, because of the size of the ring, rolls into the ropes. So I get down to count to 1 and then go, "You're in the ropes." and then look at him square in the eyes and went, "You only did that because he called you Jesse."
Bear in mind as well, out loud where
Oh, dead loud. Everyone could hear what you were saying.
everyone
It was dead funny.
heard it. It was
Everyone heard it. Absolutely everyone heard it.
Yeah.
The next funny part of that match was Liam did some taekwondo, right? Yeah, to get into a submission move on, I think it was Keane.
It was Keane.
Yeah, and he was pulling at his face like, and I got down to ask Keane, "Oh, do you give up? Do you give up?" But I looked at Liam and went, "Taekwondo!" And literally, Liam went to shout at the same time to the crowd, "Come on, guys!" And he just burst out laughing.
He corpsed, which caused Rob to corpse, which caused me to corpse. I look over at CJ. CJ's corpsing, like literally, there's no character. There's like we've just fought all corpse.
I swear to God, I wish this was recorded, man. It was great.
What a quality wrestle.
I kept screaming to Steve Keane that he was my young son because I don't know what. Oh, Rob, do you want to tell him about the cookie as well?
Yeah, so we had these cookies backstage, as I say.
They were very nice, by
they
the
were
way. They
fucking
were
amazing.
Nice.
Shout out to Joe's sister Steph for making them. They are absolutely fucking amazing. She has got a bakery. I'm sorry, don't remember the name of it, but they are wonderful. They are wonderful. It's like homemade gimmick. They are great. Can't put them over enough. Just wish I remembered the name.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, because apparently I was taking a ref bump, right? I went, you know how you should wake me up? You should pull out a cookie and put it under my nose, or a samosa, like a spring roll, actually, because there was some Indian food there, obviously. I was like, put this spring roll under my nose and I'll fucking wake up. Like, you don't have to spray water on me or anything like that. I'll just know that the Indians got me, like. So Carson takes it upon himself to have cookies stuffed down his fucking singlet and proceeds to try and feed me with it. So he did give me one bit of cookie and I put it in my mouth and went, that tastes like sweat and cookie, that does. I'm not doing that again. So then later on in the match,
you popped. That was like as the faces were coming in, you just popped. It was like I was like thumbed it into it now. So crazy.
But then later on, when he's trying to drag me away from Steve Keane cheating, he gets his cookie out to try and drag me away, but he's shoving it in my mouth. And I'm just like, no, it's all full of sweat. No, thank you.
It was the most shoot thing. It's like a filling puddle.
Steve Keane Mike Tyson'd me to take the bump. Absolutely fucking levered me in the face. He's never getting booked again. He's fired.
Yeah. He fucking went through.
Mm-hmm. Levered me. It was great. And then Carson made me do a fucking RKO as well. I was fuming. I was knackered. Absolutely knackered. The old collard absolutely pissed out of me. Like, he was sweating like a motherfucker too, obviously. But it just weren't any good. It was great.
Alcohol and sweaty cookie. What a night.
Yeah.
But it gets better. It gets better. So the ring gets put away. We're all having a couple of beers after. Gary, who's Archie's dad, he come in and done a Stone Cold Stunner and he was helping with the ring. And we were just talking. We were just having a chat, like. And we were talking about Archie and his best mates at school. And basically, I thought it was an Indian family that had come. It turned out that it was a Muslim family. Their names was Usman and Omar, I think. I could be wrong. I'm sure that it was similar to those names, if I am incorrect. And he's like, yeah, that's Archie's best friends. Oh, but listen here, he was playing a game with them in the week, like, and he was really excited about it. And I was, oh yeah, what was you playing? And he was like, oh, we were pretending to be on an aeroplane, Dad. Oh, yeah, sure thing, right. What was the name of the game, Archie? What was the name of the game? Let's Fly to Pakistan. That was the name of the game. Let's Fly to Pakistan. I was fucking loving life.
What a great game.
This is what I'm saying. You've seen Four Lions. You've seen Four Lions. I've not seen Four Lions, but I've heard of Four Lions. So I'm sitting there going, yeah, we'll just take a casual flight out to Pakistan, there'll be a little camp just to the left of the airfield where you learn all the basic necessities in life that you need. You know, tying a vest on, for example, learning how to fly a plane. And of course, the ultimate sacrifice of flying it directly into a fucking building when Kate and Jerry McGann's out.
Hey, now.
I had a great time.
There was one point as
I
well.
love dark humour and I love dark comedy, and this just give me a perfect opportunity.
It was like it just everyone got silly at that point though. It was just like you so much anything can make you laugh.
Yeah,
you nearly choked on the cooker.
There was one point like while we finished as well. So we're in this sort of thing. The guy's like just letting us have a drink. He's like we're ordering a couple of pints, and we've been brought like so many like a couple of crates of alcohol to say thank you.
Yeah,
to split between everyone. And I couldn't be bothered to go to the bar. And there was a dark fruit, so I was like, right, what's the most inconspicuous way? So I start coughing as I'm pouring it, but it was just so, she was like, it became so obvious I was doing something, but it was just fucking so stupid though. But
while each and every single one of us was downing spring rolls and samosas.
It's like WrestleMania 14 again.
It was like WrestleMania 14.
I love the fact as well that Morty, at the beginning of the day, this is a one and done. He'd even called the show One and Done.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, even halfway through the day, he was already talking about birthday party championship wrestling and being a real So
absolutely fair
I love
play.
It was an absolute
it was a blast, wasn't it? It was a blast.
Yeah.
As much as it wasn't like a wrestling show, it was a blast.
Yeah.
And the main thing is, right, that kid, Archie, he's got, 5 years old. He's always going to remember that birthday party for his dad coming in and dropping a stone cold stunner on some motherfucker. And then everybody sang happy birthday to him. He was lifted up. Archie, big Archie chant from the crowd. Like, it's fucking banging. Tell me where that happens other than something like what we did on Saturday. It was fantastic, and I'd love to do it more, if I'm honest with you. It was great to give back.
Yeah, that was a laugh.
So that was pretty much our weekend. I apologise for not watching Dharma. I have not had the time, as you can see, and as I've said, I've been quite busy. But it will come, and we will talk about it next week. Promise. That's it now, Don. We are committed to watching Dharma over the next 7 days.
Also, the tapes come out on the 7th. Just saying.
So we got to get it done quick, Don.
It's there. It's all right. It's all right. I'll just talk to the people about it. If hello, everyone out there who can't see me and never respond.
Also, you mentioned football. Sunday was an interesting day for football as a Manchester United fan. It all started to go south when we conceded the first goal. And then by half time, it was 4-0. And most of the United fans decided, that's enough. I'm off to the pub for a pint. And I don't blame them. I carried on watching it. And, technically we won the second half, Craig. So I'm just saying.
You did. I messaged you and I was like, mate, you won 3-2 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just... They
count
both halves for some reason.
6-3 in the end,
Yeah, for some reason they count both halves, which I think is quite spiteful, especially when your 3 goals are quite good, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite spiteful that they had to had the first half to it. But, oh, God, how good is Haaland, really? It's fucking...
Literally, I was looking at his FIFA progression, and I'm just talking about his FIFA progression, never his worldwide progression. But when he first entered a FIFA game, he was a bronze player at rated 57. Like, now he's a super gold, ultimate fucking team of the week, player of the year, team of the year, legend at basically 99. You're not going to get a higher rated striker than him in that game this year. And, like, he's breaking all sorts of records. I think I've seen...
Isn't he 6 goals off from breaking last year's Golden Boot record?
Yeah. Last season was 30 goals, I want to say.
How many hat-tricks has he had now? 3, 4?
Yeah. Did you see it at the end as well? Because he got the match ball, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they gave it to Foden, and Foden was shouting him, going, "Oh, it's yours. It now. I got some."
And that's it. Do you know what though? I've seen clips of him walking down the street in Manchester, people shouting out the window to him, talking to him, and he's just saying like big absolute beast of a man, but clearly a good geezer too. And he, like I say, he's breaking all sorts of records. I think there was a table that I've seen, with how many games it took to get three hat tricks, within the Premier League. You know, this list was full of. Ruud van Nistelrooy was third on the list, I believe. Wayne Rooney maybe second. Thierry Henry was on there. Michael Cole was on there. Sorry,
Michael Owen.
Michael Owen. Andy Cole as well, I think was on there. Alan Shearer. So all these great strikers from the past decades of Premier League football, and he's just gone in there and gone, I'm in single figures. You took 46 games, for example, Wayne Rooney. I've done it in less than 10, mate.
Yeah.
And
that's insane.
Football didn't get any easier. Football hasn't got any easier because newer tactics, better style of plays, blah, blah, blah.
Harry Maguire.
So you'd actually argue it's probably got harder than over the years.
The one thing that I'll criticise Manchester United for to concede a goal at the weekend was one of Haaland's goals, and Varane had gone down injured. Yeah. You know, City continued playing, they just did what they did and they ended up winning a corner. And from that corner they scored. Now Varane was taken off, tall player. His job during that game was to mark for Haaland on corners. Instead of having the mindset to swap Scott McTominay, who would have been the next tallest player on the pitch, to go and mark him, they gave the job to little Christian Eriksen, the man that nearly died in the fucking Euros. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Little Christian Eriksen. Haaland, he's fucking 2 heads bigger than him. What was you expecting? Do you know what I'm saying?
Little Christian.
A little Christian Eriksen.
Oh, you little boy.
How tall is little Christian Eriksen? Because I don't know
Foden's like that next to him.
Yeah. Little Christian Eriksen, to give you some context, he's probably the same height as us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on, there's us.
No, sorry, Craig. I apologise. I was talking exclusively to Don at that point. So 1.82 meters, I'm showing. So he's taller than us, I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's 5.59.
I'm 5'9".
Are you though?
I am.
In your wrestling boots or?
No. I don't miss fucking 6 inch.
I was just say, is this Daniel Cornfield or Carson Bailey? Which one is
I'm saying?
Well, Carson Bailey's 6'7".
Because Rob Campbell's 5'8", but RC Chaos is 5'10". Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck me, I must be massive.
That's what she said.
Building at over 20 meters tall.
Haaland is 1.94 meters. Which
so he's like
a big
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, 6'3".
So he's
little Christian Eriksen at 5'9" was marking 6'3". Fucking Haaland. What a time to be alive.
Dead good.
Oh, I don't want to talk about football anymore, Craig. What's next?
I've got nothing else on football anyway, other than we beat Crystal Palace 2-1. And Thiago Silva probably should have got a red card, but I'm going to overlook that and keep moving on because it's a win. So
a win's a win.
Exactly. I've got nothing else now. This is a quick one for me this week. So unless you boys have got anything else you'd like to drop in.
Actually, I do have something. So
go.
Time has just gone off. So.
Rob, I've been living a life the last couple of years, but I have rectified it now. So up till very recently, I'd not watched the modern Halloween films, 2018 or Halloween Kills. I have now watched them, in preparation for Halloween ends. There's a lot of disappointment. I know.
I bet you've been lying to me for 4 years.
Yeah. It was one of them I genuinely wanted to watch it. And then
is it just that easy for people to lie to me these days? Is that how he's like little white lies? Oh, they won't know him. Don't worry about it. What a rip.
We do it to protect you.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's exactly what people say as well.
I don't know why.
Don't want to add any more stress to your plate. Fuck off.
I feel like this is a bigger load than mine.
Yeah.
I feel like you've gone too far here.
I feel like I have now.
Come on then.
Yeah.
I should have kept it to myself. So, fucking love them.
So you should.
Fucking love them. Love what Halloween Kills was. It had middle child syndrome. Knowing that the Halloween Ends is coming out, it just felt like they were moving parts just to get set up ready for the last film. Halloween 2018 is fucking amazing. What they've done to Michael, they've made him like an apex predator now. The way he was in the original one. I love that. Also, I love Karen, Laurie Strode's daughter.
Loved her.
Loved her, should I have said. In 2018.
And that ain't a spoiler alert because some people haven't waited 4 years to fucking watch it.
And lied about it.
Piece of shit.
But I just love that scene. She was like, oh, we're trapped. Guess what, motherfucker?
Got you.
Yeah, that I was like, I don't know about your character. Also, I've got I've got peanut butter on my penis. I genuinely want to get that as a tattoo.
Look, the underrated characters out of these two fucking movies, right, are Big John and Little John.
Okay.
Yes.
Stop.
Love
Look
the John.
and listen. It's Halloween. That's on my playlist.
Little John's amazing.
Unbelievable.
All I'm saying is, how would you feel about being stabbed in the tits?
Oh no, thank you.
That fucking killed me.
The best movie of the best line of Halloween Kills is, there's a big dude in the bathroom with a monster mask on. And she's like, what does he want? He's like, who gives a shit? Call the cops. Next minute, dead. It's great. I love it. I love both of them films for very different reasons. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Hospital scenes in Halloween Kills, I'd rather have them without, if I'm honest. And the retrospect when they go back to 1978, he's done so masterfully. Even Donald Pleasance, the first time I watched it, I went, how have they done that?
Yeah,
that's Donald Pleasance, that is, and it's not. It's a voice actor that they've made up to look like him, but it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. But I like
Absolutely
the fact that they had that little context to it as well. So it was like, this guy's been living with this guilt. So I was really awesome because I can't wait to see Halloween End in the cinema.
I'm interested to see how they do it because I think from little snippets that I've seen, I think it fast forwards a year.
No, so apparently they're doing something so COVID would have happened or something like that. Because obviously 2018
Michael's like chilled out for COVID. Like
Michael's got to isolate, eh?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know how they're going to explain.
I can't wait for this. This is going to be great.
2018 and Killed happens in the same night.
Same night, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it will be interesting to see. And obviously this week as well, I believe Friday, Hellraiser drops.
Yeah.
The new Hellraiser, which I will be going out my way to watch.
No, but I'll watch fucking Dharma. No, but I'll also be doing Hellraiser. It's got to be done.
Yeah.
On about Halloween still, right? Obviously, because it being Halloween as it ends, the idea is they are ending it, aren't they? This is where they're stopping. Do you think they should?
Yeah.
Or should it still be open?
Look, something will happen someone will reboot it, someone will do their own spin on it in the
No,
future. This series with, Christopher Nolan has not gone back to Batman for that reason. He wanted the free trilogy series to do his own thing with it, with Christian Bale as the Batman, and Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
He told the story.
The three of them are masterpieces in their own way. And that's what David Gordon...
You really adopted the darkness.
David Gordon-Levitt, I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah, and obviously, shout out to Nick Patrick, aka Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
Doing an absolute fucking fantastic job with Halloween. And you can poke holes in some things. You can tear things apart if you want to. But just fucking sit back, enjoy the ride, and watch some gory fucking kills along the way. And
they are brutal.
The bottom line is whether one of them dies or whether both of them die, like Harry Potter and Voldemort, shit's going down. Laurie Strode versus Michael Myers in the box office main event on October 14th, motherfuckers.
She has to die.
I agree.
For me, she has to. She has to die for me.
I agree. But if she dies, he has to die too.
Oh yeah.
And whether that's the granddaughter who does it, whatever happens. However they do it, I'm sure will be the right way.
Sherlock and Mariotti, them both go off the cliff together. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Here's
one
the Halloween
the other
ends.
There we go. Fucking hell. Can't wait.
Right then, let's test Rainman and wrap up our 4th episode recording of the night.
John, punch the shit out of our music.
Oh, that was me. Yep.
Maybe I am insane. Maybe I am insane. And maybe it's time for you to find out how insane I am. Oh, yeah!
That actually hurt.
I'm okay with it.
When a stiff as Steve Kane, you prick.
I think I'm just going to clip that bit. I mean, the editor, not me. So let's go to this week's. This week, as you all would have remembered because you watch these every week, and if you don't, you're a cunt. Remember, you're a cunt. I will keep saying it, people. Don't be a cunt. This is multiple choice edition. And I'd also like to add, Rob made a comment earlier of fuck the US title. Want to guess what this week's edition is?
No.
This week's edition of Testing Rainman is the US title.
Fuck.
So yes,
That's good. It's good, Daddy, isn't it?
You popped me so hard with that earlier. I was well happy about it. So how'd you feel, Rob?
You son of a bitch.
It's like I knew you was going to say fuck the US title. It's magic. I love it. So you ready for question number 1?
I guess so.
Let's go.
So when the WWE reactivated the US title, who was the first person to hold it? Now remember, it's multiple choice. So was it Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Test, or Edge?
Might be misremembering this. I know that Benoit was in the night. So if I remember right, the final, because it was a tournament, was Benoit and Guerrero. And I'm pretty sure Benoit didn't win the title. So put me down for Guerrero.
And put me down for Benoit.
Rocking a 50-50 gimmick.
No, Benoit was the one that stood out to me, like out of the 4 names. I'd be really surprised if it was Test. It's going to absolutely shock me to hell if Test held the United States title. But, and we are talking about when they brought it back, right? We're not talking about the 2001 sort of crossover.
No, this is when it was
WWE.
reactivated as a WWE
When
title,
the
wasn't it?
WWE reactivated the US title.
And it
Who was
would
the
have
first person to hold it?
reactivated on SmackDown,
Yes.
and
It was
Test was always a
SmackDown's-
Raw guy.
Yeah.
Edge was a SmackDown guy, but I think it
he
was
was a
Benoit.
I think he might have been
Benoit
tag champ at the time.
Benoit didn't go to Raw till it was time for to be the main event. So I'm gonna go with Benoit.
So when the US title came over to the E, after Mr. McMahon brought WCW, the title over with Lance Storm, and Edge held that title, the US title. And at the Survivor Series 2001, he went one-on-one with Test, and Edge won, and they unified the US title and the IC title. And then that title came back in 2003 during the tournament on SmackDown, which started June 19th and ended at SmackDown's very first pay-per-view on July 27th. In the tournament, Benoit beat Rhino in the first bracket, Hardy beat Rikishi, Billy Gunn beat Cena, Eddie beat Ultimo Dragon, blah, blah, blah. Benoit versus Eddie in the final. Eddie was the first person to hold the US title.
Brilliant.
Because I knew Benoit didn't win it the first time. I know he wasn't the inaugural champion. I think he beat Eddie for the belt. If I remember,
Wouldn't give a
right.
shit.
Fuck the US title.
Fuck
Question
the
number
US
2.
title.
Who has held the US title the most combined days since its creation on January 1st, 1975, when Harley Race first became the champion? John Cena, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, or Chris Benoit?
Wow. I love that you chucked John Cena in there, because people are going to go, he made it dead famous. And he's held it on a couple of occasions. But I still don't think it's going to have been as long as one of the middle two. Lex Luger, he can't be fucking Luger.
Put me down for Luger. Put me down for Luger.
I just hate him. I don't want it to be him, so I put me down for Flair. It ain't going to be him, but fuck it. I'm just at that point now where I'm like, fuck the US title. I can't wait to say this on TikTok, by the way. And
I love
fuck
the
you
fact
if
you
you're watching
opened
it.
with fuck the US title. It just set me up perfect. That did. So Chris Benoit held the title for 357 days. Flair held the title for 773 days. Cena held the title for 403 days. And Lex Luger held the title a combined 950 days.
I just don't like Lex Luger, so he's not going to be my answer.
Because he wasn't ready for
Sorry.
main event back in the day, so they gave him a belt just to sort of keep him happy. That's why I'm
He's
logic.
never been ready for the main event, you cunts.
He had a run of 500 and some days. That's why he fucking ended up with such a large
What a
thing.
rib. What a rib.
So, staying with time held with the US title, who has the shortest reign? Zack Ryder, Steve Austin, Raven, or Michael Hayes?
Fuck me. That is some contrast of generations, Hayes.
I'm between two. Between two.
What were the 4 options again?
So the shortest time held by Zack Ryder, Steve Austin, Raven, or Michael Hayes?
I think Steve Austin had a decent run with it, don't I?
Raven.
Did he ever win it
If I
back?
remember, no, it was a one and done. He lost it to Goldberg, and I think it might have been less than a month.
It was a fucking day. It was the next day. It's the next day on Nitro.
Yeah, it was fuck.
He didn't win it back after that. You're confident of
No.
that?
100%.
Well, okay, if we're working together on this one, then, because I obviously we've just recently covered this, so I know it was a 24-hour period that Raven beat DDP and then lost to Goldberg the next night. Yeah, so yeah, let's go with Raven.
Okay. So Zack Ryder held it for 29 days.
Wow.
Michael Hayes held it for 15 days.
Wow.
Raven held it for 1 day.
Yeah.
And the shortest
No.
was Steve Austin.
Same night.
One of his runs, he only held the title for 5 minutes.
Oh, you see, this is the thing, right? So I'm thinking we're doing a combined thing again.
Yeah, I thought
that's
combined
fine.
as well.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it on the chin. Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Fuck the US title.
Fall Brawl 94, Steve Austin against Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat couldn't wrestle. Austin got given the title. And then Commissioner fucking Bockwinkel went, "You're still wrestling." Jim Duggan came out. 35 seconds later, boom. Jim Duggan beat Steve Austin in 35 seconds.
Yeah.
That happened. I thought you'd like that bit of information. I thought it would make your face do that. That's why I added that one. I like it.
Oh!
So question number 4. Dean Ambrose, or John Moxley, but Dean Ambrose for this, holds the number 3 spot for the longest US title reign and the top spot within the WWE after beating MVP's record of 343 days. What is Dean's record? 347, 349, 351, or 353?
351. And he lost it in a battle royal where his belt was on the line. I forgot who he lost it to, but it was as the Shield were going face, and he was the last champion because Roman and Rollins had lost the tag belts. 351.
Was you like 2010 wrestling? Like, why would you like the 10s wrestling?
I don't
You're
know.
a bit weird. You're a bit weird on the 10s wrestling. Like, who just pulls that out their head?
I don't know why.
If that, I swear to God, if that's right, then you can be fucking Rainman's like bitch or something. I don't know, because that's fucking weird. That is. That's weird. I think you're right, like, but I still think you're weird. I'm gonna go 353 just to be different, and obviously I'm losing anyway. So I thought you went 351.
No, I know it was over 351. Went 351.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna go for 353.
Right, so 51 and 53. So Dean won the title at Extreme Rules in 2013 against Kofi Kingston, and he held the title until May 5th, 2014, losing it in a 20-man battle royal to Sheamus, ending his 351-day run. Fucking held on, mate.
Honest to God.
I reckon it's something about wanking the US title.
He's got to be. He's got to be the US title. He's got to be. Don's specialty,
US title.
Don's specialty in professional wrestling is the US title.
Yeah, he fucks the US title when you tell him to go.
I don't think I can win here. By the way,
no, I think I've got 4 questions in. I've got 3 right.
Yeah, Don's got 3 questions.
What a joke!
This is question number 5. Don't forget, there's only 6 questions, but there's always a bonus. So we could tie.
The heat is on. The heat is on.
Here we go. So this one should be a nice one for you.
Bollocks.
John Cena introduced the US title spinner belt in 2005, which was later destroyed on SmackDown by JBL. Who beat Cena for the title?
Carlito.
JBL, Mr. Kennedy, Orlando Jordan, or MVP?
Oh, shit, no.
Orlando Jordan.
Yeah. Orlando Jordan. Old orange juice.
Orange
Can't you
juice
go
it
with
is.
MVP?
Oh
That's
yeah!
not how this works. Fastest buzz. Yeah, fastest buzzer now, Don. I'll take that fucking point. All right, mate.
Rob needs that point.
we're back in the game, Don. We're back in the game. It's a classic Man United comeback here, Don. You can fuck off with your answer.
Okay, question number 6. Which of these men have held the US title? Owen, Bulldog, Neidhart, or Pillman?
Neidhart.
Oh, fuck you. Bulldog. Just to be different, but yeah.
Shit.
Tip of my tongue, Neidhart, but
Shit.
yeah, but Bulldog.
It is.
So, when did the US title come over to the WWE?
Originally, or
It was 2003 when it got reinstated.
yeah.
So, Owen Hart died in 97.
Yeah, Bulldog 2000, Pillman 97. No, sorry,
Bulldog
97
2002.
Pillman,
97 Pillman.
99. Neidhart was the only one alive then
None of them have held the US title.
It's
in
a
the
trick
WWE.
question. WCW though.
None of them have
No.
held the US title.
Really?
Yeah.
So I could have sworn Bulldog won the US belt. That's bullshit. You've robbed Rob. You've robbed Rob out of this one, you have.
I want to kill him. Oh, no, absolutely. I'm driving to Wolverhampton. Fuck it. I don't know.
Good job he weren't with you tonight. He'd have throttled you.
I can't wait to do one of these in person. It's going to be
Remember
fucking
that?
great.
Remember that one time that fucking DDT'd on a JD bottle? Would have happened again, that would have tonight.
Oh, lovely. I think you'd have just straight hit me with it. Well, go on. You might as well have the bonus question just for the shits. So Donkey get more points.
Only if it was empty though.
Don't waste it, like don't waste
Because
it.
you know
got-
that's got some fucking liquor in
That's
that.
got- It's got
Let's
some
be
legs
honest.
on there.
If that was there with us, we would have drank that.
Absolutely.
So, bonus question: since the reactivation of the US title in the WWE, how many times has the title been vacated? 2, 4, 6, or 8?
Fucking 8's a lot, isn't it? 8's a lot.
So
He loves the US title, he does. Fucking
Fastest
loves
John. Fastest John.
I can't be 6 or 8. Fucking can't be. But we are talking. ...2003 up until now, right?
yeah, so nearly 20 years.
It's a long time. I'll tell you what, just for the shits and giggles, I'll go with 6. I won't go with 8, but I'll go with 6. My gut thinks 4. 2 in 20 years, that's a fucking serious record if it is, mate, I'll tell you. Let's go with 6.
So the first time
It's gonna
John
be 8.
Cena was July 6, 2004, because he attacked SmackDown GM Kurt Angle. So he got to vacate. Second
Oh, he did.
vacation was Booker T, November 22nd, 2005, because the title defense between him and Benoit ended double pinfall.
You know, early on these are, mate. Best of 7 series, that was.
The
Yes.
third one was Bret Hart, because he became the GM.
Yeah. 2010.
The fourth one was Dolph Ziggler, December 26, 2017. He
Just
left the
walked out.
title in the ring and just walked out. And that was it. Should have stuck with your
4.
gut.
Too bad.
Said this, didn't we? Fucking said this
Yeah.
shit. Bastard,
So-
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Testing Don.
On US title.
Fuck the US title.
Mid card for the win. Woo.
Sure, it'd be jobber. You've never heard of a belt in your life, unless you're with me. What a rib.
Salty.
Salt Bay. Well, that was challenging. It was a crock of shit. I'm not going to lie to you.
Can we
Multiple
just say
choice.
next week, no multiple choice? We'll go back to normal.
Yeah, because you won't get half of them, you prick. The only one you get was fucking Dean Ambrose, you fucking nerd. Hey, Dean Ambrose lost it on a Royal Rumble. It was an episode of SmackDown with a battle royal in Kansas City.
Spoiler alert for next week. He might pop up on my list.
In front of 2,321 fans.
Next week, testing Rayman, John Moxley.
No, I'll say what we're doing now.
No, it's going to be Marty Jannetty.
No, let's all fly to Pakistan.
Yay!
That's been hard work. I've been Rob Gamble.
And I've been, as always, your bastard, Craig Charner.
Fucking lives up to every second of that.
And I'm the king of the mid-card titles, Daniel Cornwell.
I don't think I've ever been this angry before in my life.
You may be leaving for now, but the nightmares will return.